I say this right out of the gate. This will sell out in the next 5 minutes. I have 6, 7, 0 available. That's across all the sizes, 5 through 10. So I just want to make sure we lay all the cards on the table. I have no extended delivery or advanced order. We have waited a lifetime for this ring, as Paul's about to share with you. This will sell out. So as you're listening to Paul, quickly put it in your shopping cart, check out. Quickly start dialing. Listen to the TV as you're doing it.
Look how gorgeous it is.
It is every bit as beautiful as you said. Paul Woods, why is this so important to you?
You know, you said it. I love history. I am a history buff.
You are.
I love the moment in time that a moment in history fits into. I had a professor in college who talked about dates as rungs on a ladder where you could hang things that were important in your mind. And it really stuck home with me. I saw this ring 25 years ago. I was walking through the Metropolitan Museum in New York City. I was in the Greek wing, and this ring, there it was. It's still there. Yep. And it's like, it is from 300 years before Christ was on earth. It's literally priceless. And it was donated in the 60s by a couple in New York, and it's lived in the same case ever since then. Wow. And I stare at it every time I go. I could stare at it for hours. I just love this ring. It has so much power, so much presence. It's so gorgeous. And I kept looking my whole life for somebody who could recreate it for me. I'm not beyond taking design that's 2,500 years from somebody else. I didn't feel too guilty about that. But I wanted to do it justice. And I think I've tried to make this 4 or 5 times, and I've rejected it because it wasn't right. Right. This one is exactly right. It is exactly right. It's balanced, it's comfortable, it has that gorgeous, genuine black onyx on top. It's shiny and polished, it looks just like it. If you're curious what I'm talking about, I didn't have the chance to get the rights from the museum to show the ring, their picture, but you can find it online. Type in ancient Greek ring Metropolitan Museum and you'll find a picture of it.
And it will look like this.
It looks exactly like this. I really wanted to show you the photo, but without the permission, I couldn't do that. Okay. But you can look it up yourself and see. Now, here's the last thing I'll tell you. A ring by the same artist was auctioned off by Christie's in 2019, so 5 years ago. Okay. And it went for $250,000. Yeah.
I mean, again, it sets the scene for how special this piece is. They are giving me the information in my earpiece, folks. We have 300 orders coming through. We're at 600 left. 600 minus 300 equals 300. Therefore, there are 300 opportunities left. It will go. This will not be back this year, if ever. This will not be back this year, if ever.
Debbie Denman is going to be so mad at you because we were saving this for the list on Thursday night. And then we needed, special things on it, and that's what happens.
Well, the reality is that today's special is now so limited that they had to rework this show, as you know, Paul, 3 or 4 times today. Everything's a surprise. This is absolutely every bit as sensational as Paul said it is. It is on FlexPay,
gorgeous
$10.
On, and I encourage you to think about which finger do you want this to be home on? You know, that east-west design covers up a great deal of your hand. It looks so elegant, but the way it's tapered and the way that it has a really smooth opening to it, that you can tell that go back 2,000 years, and the artist thought about probably the royal person who would wear this and how comfortable it needed to be. And it just ticks off every one of those boxes. Imagine if it had like a little intaglio on top, and you could sign your checks with a little wax stamp or something, which is what royalty did back at the time. You had your mark. Right. The whole expression of make your mark came from putting your mark on a financial document, a contract, a secret message in war or whatever. And your ring became something that was associated with you. Yes. I love the fact this was created in Greece. When I was in Athens a couple of years back, I scoured the museum at the Acropolis, and I found other rings, in this vein, but none by the same artist. So I was really tickled to see the one that went at auction 5 years ago. And like I said, I've been wanting to do this so long. I have a list of girlfriends from here to there who are like, if you ever make that ring, call me. And I've already called them. They've already got theirs. So I called them. I also wanted to show you I made it for you in gold so you can see Bellezza and gold together, because I always tell you they look the same, and they do look the same. So one of these is 14 karat gold and one of these is Bellezza. Anybody see a difference?
No.
Right?
I see no difference.
And I can tell you, you want to guess, Adam, which one is the gold one?
This one's the gold one.
That one is Bellezza. That's how good it is. Isn't that great? It's just great. And I've been wearing it since they made it for me, and I honestly, I feel kind of like a relative of a king anyway with this on. I'm like, ew, that's great. And I get so many compliments on it, and you will too. You will too. Right hand ring, left hand ring, power ring, girlfriend ring. Anyway, you decide. A small size for your pinky would be so fabulous. In fact, this is a little big for mine, but I tried doing this, and I was like,
last call,
see,
everybody.
Look, on my pinky.
Oh yeah, look at
yeah,
ball. Look
I
at
would
ball.
totally do this.
Sizes 5 through 10, but they're all getting limited. We're showing 474 or 464 now left. I still have 300 orders coming through. It will be a complete sellout. The reason I wanted to absolutely highlight it is because there's no way I was going to let this get lost in the show. This means everything to Paul. History matters. Tradition matters. And when you look at something with the significance that this has, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, as you look back to a ring, I mean, dating back, what, from the 4th century BC, this is something that is really very prestigious and very, very exciting. As you look at it, you know, on its own merits, the mill grain detail that's there, that beautiful black onyx, which is a massive 25 by 18.
Yeah, it's a massive stone.
It's a massive, and it's real. It's a genuine stone. But there is history brought to life with this, and you will be one of only 800 people in the world to have a ring like this. My only hope is that if you're on your phone or you've got a tablet, just Google it for us. What are we Googling, Paul?
Just Google Greek ring, 3rd century BC, Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Okay.
And it will come up in the pictures. Hit the image button, and there'll be a bunch of them, but this will be close to the top. And you'll see the ring, and you'll see the story of the ring. And then when people say to you, I love that ring, you can tell them, you know, it was based on a design from 2,500 years ago. Predates Christ. Right. We're talking about ancient history. We're talking about, you know, Hellenic moments. We're talking about Homer in the Iliad. And I don't know if you love history and literature like I do, but great, wonderful stories of rich, conquering individuals. And this is the kind of ring they would have worn. And here's one that at the Met survived 2,500 years and is still on display. You can go visit it yourself. I encourage it. I have stared at that ring for hours. Love it.
Our producer, Jared, has just Googled it.
Oh, good.
He just Googled it and he said, Adam, it looks exactly the same. And it really does. I wish we could do it for you right here. We're not allowed to do it, but certainly by all means, you should do it. Size 5 is last call, 6 is last call, 9 is last call, 8 is now last call, and 10 is last call. 9 just sold out. I have lost size 9. Not back this year, if ever, if ever. Obviously, there's, you know, bringing a line to life like this is extremely difficult. Paul is looking at hundreds of pieces of jewelry at all times of what's right for the Bellezza line. This is something that came from deep down inside. This was not just another ring, it was the ring.
You know, I'm a little bit obsessive like that when I'll find something I really fall in love with. Like this watch I've had for 30 years. The bracelet I've only had for a couple of years. Took me 18 years to find the bracelet. And I kept looking, and I found it. I found it in Germany, and I was like, finally. I'm friends with the president of the company. He's like, that's an old watch. We don't have that anymore. I'm like, I want the bracelet. That's me. I'll get obsessed, and I'll just keep at it until I get it. So we got this. It's my obsession is now your love. I hope you get this home, and you just feel as special as I do wearing it. I hope you wear it every day in great health, and I hope you tell all your friends the story. Look it up and tell the story of this beautiful ancient ring.
We will let you know when it's officially sold out. Good luck. I hope you can get it. Obviously, 30-day return policy for sure. Quality and design and history all built in one. While we've got a moment, I also want to let you know that we also have an extraordinary back catalogue of coffee tables.